This video is sponsored by PokemonStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Looking for that last card to complete your online deck, or just to get the latest booster packs in town like Crowns in it, for example. They literally have everything, and you can use the coupon code ZapDosTCG for 5% off your order. This video is also sponsored by Cardmarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can use the referral name ZapDosTCG to help support the channel. This video is also sponsored by YourPlaymat.com. This is a platform where you're able to upload your favorite wallpaper and they turn it into a beautiful playmat. You can now have 10% off your order by clicking the link down below, and they ship worldwide, so definitely check it out. Last but certainly not least is going to be DragonShield.com. Dragon Shield is the best brand to protect your beautiful cards, and they have the best quality sleeves available, and you can of course check it out by clicking the links down below. They have sleeves, binders, and deck boxes of the best quality around. I use them in every single tournament, and you guys should do the exact same thing. Thank you a lot for sticking around with the commercials, and enjoy the video. Peace. Sup YouTube, it's ZapDosTCG here, and welcome back to our TCG video on my channel. On this channel you get daily Pokemon TCG content, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And if you like what you see, be sure to let me know by slapping the hell out of the like button. With that being said, we're going to be talking about the CP structure right now, the price support, and more, because I think it's due time to of course have a little bit of changes coming into the season, because right now, getting the Worlds invite is incredibly hard for most players out there. We're going to be talking about the CP rewards that we're getting, the prize money. We're going to be talking about, Yokohama, of course, and Japan, the Worlds Championship, the World Championships 2023, and how I think the current structure is outdated. If you guys have any opinions about this specific topic, be sure to let me know down below in the comments, and let's just get a discussion started. So, with that being said, we're going to be seeing here, so the World Championships 2023 are being held in Yokohama in Japan. So that means not going to be accessible to a lot of players. Even if they get a Worlds invite, it will cost a lot of money. It's going to be expensive to go all the way to Japan, because it's the first time it's actually being held over in Japan. With that being said, this is the CP requirement right now in the 2023 season, and that's just ridiculous because we still do not have league challenges, we still do not have league cups, so the only way to collect points is going to internationals and regionals. And if we take a look at the plans for the regionals here, there's like, let's just say we're from North America. We are not, but as a little example, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 regionals. I know domestic flights are also going to be sometimes expensive depending on the region. So if you have 14 regionals and you need a requirement of 500 CP, you're going to have to grind like crazy, because right now there are like regionals with over 1,400 players, as we come to see here in the Orlando regionals, 1,485. So that means people that went to day 2 could still be slapped down to the top 256, getting a measly 30 CP. So even if, oh, I made day 2, wow, you get like a measly 30 CP. That's absolutely nothing, because even if you have like, let's just get a calculator right here. Okay. Because this is actually getting quite bonkers. Let's say you go to all the regionals, 14 of them, and you get top 256 out of all of them. You only have 420 CP. So you still don't have a Worlds invite. Let's make it even a little bit more ridiculous. Let's say you are the person here getting first place, like Andrew Hendrick. You only get 200 CP. That's just crazy. So you win a 1,485 player tournament, and you don't even get a Worlds invite. You just get 200 CP. Even if you win twice, you still don't get a Worlds invite. This is the same topic that came up when we had, of course, the Toronto regionals being won by Piper Lapine. That was with 1,061 players. And you only get 200 CP for regionals. I know internationals can get you way more points. If you don't know, internationals, if you win, you get like 500 points if I'm not mistaken. Let's just type that into Google right now. Pokemon International Championships. I really want to know here, because we want to have the perfect information because OCIC is coming up right now. So if you take a look at the internationals, you do see that, let's scroll down for the CP requirement. Okay, you get 500 CP if you win in internationals, and it gives way more CP. So as a little bit of an understanding, there's going to be OCIC right now coming next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend, and that probably is not going to be containing 500 players, right? So if, like, say they have like 500 players, that means you can have top 128 and you get 100 CP. So a smaller tournament hands out more CP than the regionals ever would be. So that's so crazy to think about, because if you take a look at the regionals, a regional championship CP requirement is also the same for special events, by the way. So that means if you get like top 8, you get 100 championship points. But if you get top 128 in an internationals, you also get 100 CP. So internationals just give a way more and are a little bit more exciting to go to than regionals right now, because regionals are the only way right now that casual people can get CP, because they have like one international that you can go to in your specific region, but you're not going to be going to OCIC, you're not going to be going to LAIC if you're just playing a little bit competitive, but not like going all the way, because this is going to be costing a lot of money. Not only is Worlds being held in Japan, which is crazy expensive to go to, you also need to go to all of these individual regionals and internationals in order to just get your invite. If that doesn't make sense, let me just get an explanation here. Okay, first of all, League Cups. League Cups right now are not a thing. League Challenges are not a thing. These events will not resume for the 2022 season. 2022 season, yeah, this is starting like 2022, 2023. So this is not going to be coming back anytime soon, it seems here. And if you win a cup, you get 50 CP. But if you get like to the biggest regionals of all time and get top 128, you get 40 CP. Like, that's just ridiculous. Challenges also not coming back anytime soon, and I just want to make a little bit of a thing here. So this is the leaderboards right now. I've calculated all of them right now, and that is without the results of Orlando, I suppose, but only 33 people right now have a Worlds invite. Let that sink in. So 33 players have a Worlds invite. There's also the reasoning like the top specific amount of players from every region will be able to get the day 2 invite. But imagine they don't have enough CP to get to the regular invite, but they are still in the top 22 of a specific region and they get the day 2 invite. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know how this will be fixed. They probably, if I was at the head of TCPI, I would probably award more CP for regionals when the attendance numbers are insanely high, because in the past regionals were like way down. So if you can just check at the World Championships, where actually if I played like day 1, it was like with 500 players. Right now we're at 33 players and we're halfway through the season. Imagine we're tripling that, so that's gonna be a Worlds with less than 100 players. Worlds with less than 100 players, that's going to be the smallest Worlds ever. Not only that, let's imagine that all of them went to Yokohama, which some of them won't do because of work related things, because of the money that it costs. So imagine that 10% is not going, which is probably still on the lower end, because I remember back in the days when Worlds was in Hawaii, I got my Worlds invite, but I couldn't go because I didn't have the money, was a teenager, you know how that goes. You cannot have it all, right? But in this specific case, people will have to have a whole lot of money to actually participate and make its way to the World Championships, because I'm now going to be stating it right here. I am from Europe. So let's see here. We had to go to Spain, to Bilbao. We had to go to Lille. We had to go to Warsaw, to Stuttgart, to Liverpool, to Bochum, to Utrecht, to Malmo, to Turin. All of these trips cost money. Some of them are less expensive than others, but in my specific situation, I would need to let me just calculate for Bilbao, like that's 250 euro. Lille is really close, that's only like 50 euros for me because I'm really close. Warsaw, a little bit higher, 150 euros. Then there's the Stuttgart, also 150. Liverpool regionals was also around like that, a number like 150, 200. So if you calculate all that combined, and then calculate the amount of money that it costs to fly all the way to Japan, you're gonna be sitting here at a season of over like 3,000 euros, $3,000 to just And then you have to be very good at the game as well in order to get there. I don't want to like over exaggerate in that sense, is that I want to have everybody that should play casually should have a chance to at least qualify for the World Championships, because they're just gonna qualify for day 1 Worlds, and day 2 is where the real action happens. I never made it to day 2 in my life, but it's just fun to have, of course, that Worlds invite, because you'll be playing competitively, and I love to do that in League Cups, League Challenges, but not a thing anymore. So the only way we can get points is through CP. Right now I'm sitting at 230 CP from the 350 required in Europe. I'm actually doing pretty well this season, all thanks to my Reggies, and as well as my Duraludon placement, getting an additional 50 CP. But that's actually not the point. The thing is, I'm doing pretty good, and I still don't have the Worlds invite quite yet, even though I'm halfway through the season. Last time that we did that, we actually got our season, our invite in 3 months, which was very great. But then we also had cups and challenges. I got like 2 first place placements over at League Cups. That's already 100 CP additionally. But without those local events, it's way harder. So yeah, even though if they don't lower it down, we're gonna be left with a very slow amount of attendance at the World Championships. That's something I'm gonna say. And also, they are disrespecting the Latin America and the Oceania regions, because there's not a lot to do there. Look at this. Latin America Regional Championships. You only have one thing. Like, what are you gonna do? Get your Worlds invite from one tournament, maybe going to the internationals, and then hope for the best. But yeah, even though they need less CP, it's still going. You still have to perform. You don't get all that many chances. And North America and Canada, like the North American region, you have way more chances, but you also need way more CP. Look at that CP requirement for Worlds. 500 for Masters. 500. As I was saying, even if you get like top 128 at all the regionals, it's still gonna be almost nearly impossible. But you could have those like spike tournaments where you have like, oh, I got into top 16, I got into top 8. But the real kicker is that you will have to do well at internationals, and if you don't, it's almost impossible, because what are the chances of you doing well at almost every single regionals coming up? I also noted down a couple of things here. So the CP structure is way too low. What they could do is add up the CP requirement. So if you win the regionals, you get 400 CP, like double it up. So we at least have more attendance at Worlds, because let's just fast forward a month or 4 into the future. Here we are, and then we're going to be seeing like maybe 100 players have their Worlds invites, where 10% is not going to Worlds because it's way too expensive. And I'm not, even like for people in the senior division, that would be like a crazy expensive to just go all the way to Japan. Like that's like, so it baffles my mind. Like in the past, the World Championships was almost like every year was it held in North America almost. Let's see, for the exception of the 2022 World Championships, which was delayed by a mile, and it was actually held in London, Europe. So CP structure is outdated. They should update it for the amount of people attending a tournament. If it's like a kicker, like let's say 800 players are in the regionals, then the CP structure levels up with that, right? It's not that difficult to implement. Pokemon also had the time during the COVID days to come up with a new structure, because the TCG has become more and more popular than ever before. We see that to the attendance, we see that to the sales. They have been doing so well, so they need to update it. Also with prize money, let's say, as an example, regionals, right? Regionals. You go to regionals, your flight is $250 or something, and it's very hard to even go break even in a regionals. If you check out the prize money, if you get like first, you get $5,000, which with taxes and all that is actually not 5,000, but we know where we're going with this. So if you get top 32, you go break even, which is insane. If you get top 32 at 1,500 man tournament, you go break even. What is that? You need to have this added up, because all these tournament tickets cost money, and they cost more than ever before. In my days, a regional was $30. Now we're setting to the cap of $70. $70. Let me just take that amount into consideration here. Where's my calculator again? Where is it? Okay. So we have a 1,480 man tournament, and all of them pay $65 entry fee. $96,000 that they of course I know they need to like rent the venue and all that, but and have the staff and all that, I know, but it's not like encouraging players to do like the attendance is ×2, so the venue is still the same, so that could mean that the prize money could add up, right? It could be better. Then with bigger tournaments, they would need to actually get bigger venues, because now some tournaments are capped out immediately. During my days, when a regional is open and you didn't get your ticket in like a week, it's still fine, you can get one, it's not an issue. But now you need to like go to your computer. It's like Tomorrowland tickets or very big festival tickets that you have to go on the spot and refresh until you have your ticket for a tournament. And then yeah, that does feel like fill up with a lot of stress. Without locals. And also, the last thing I want to note here is that there's no exact date yet for the World Championships in Yokohama. So no exact date means people cannot book their flights quite yet, because we still don't know what the exact date is. So that's also going to drive up the price. We already have so much money to play all these regionals. We also have to pay for the flight for Yokohama. It's going to be kind of an expensive season without locals. So Pokemon, TCPI, whoever's watching this video, please let locals return. Locals, League Cups, League Challenges. I don't know what the big fuzz is, because it's not going to be about COVID, right? COVID has, everybody has their vaccines or whatever, or the policies have been very great in a lot of countries right now, which means not a lot of countries require you to wear masks and all that. So the thing is, there can be festivals, right? There can be festivals, there can be concerts, but there cannot be there cannot be like a league challenge with like 15 players. Even though there can still be pre-releases. Does it make sense? I don't know, but it's time to act right now. People on Pokemon's end need to change stuff, because otherwise Worlds will be with 100 players. I'm not kidding you guys. It's going to be a very small Worlds, because first of all, it's crazy expensive. Second, there's going to be not a lot of people getting the Worlds invite with the current CP requirements, and a lot of people might not get motivated enough, because we're halfway through the season, and what are the chances after the internationals are done in specific regions? People will say like it's impossible to get there, so I need to go to regionals and I win 2 of them to make it to Worlds, which is ridiculous. So anyhow, that was just my video about the CP structure. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this topic. I want to hear your thoughts down below. If you want to, guys, if you want to get some TCGO code cards, they also work with TCG Live. Go head over to PokemonStore.com. Use the coupon code ZapDosTCG for 5% off. If you want to have your own custom playmat made, go head over to yourplaymat.com. You can get 10% off by clicking that link down below. And they ship worldwide, so make that custom playmat. There's cardmarket.com for European players. Use the referral name ZapDosTCG. And then there is Dragon Shield for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. Links down below for people from the US and Europe. So thanks for watching this video. I want to hear your opinions down below about this topic. Are you going to be making it to Worlds? Do you think it's impossible? What is now going through your mind? I want to know down below in the comment section. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day, and I will be seeing you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.